Ms. Անի Samsonyan from Armenia.
Thank you. Dear colleagues, Mr. Chairperson, please pay attention. I would like to elaborate on some aspects of the report. Inclusive reference to all the principles of the Helsinki Final Act would strengthen the draft resolution, while omitting such important principles as the principle of respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms and equal rights and self-determination of peoples affects its value. I would like to recall that in last year in Berlin Declaration, the OSCE had equally referred to all the principles of the Helsinki Declaration. What message would we like to send? We against to this or not, dear colleagues? We took positive note of the amendments made by members of delegation from OSCE Minsk Group co-chair country, which in other way but tried to balance the text in line with position of the international mediators. Following Velvet Revolution, government of Armenia has actively engaged in negotiation under the auspices of the Minsk Group co-chairmanship. Number of meetings have taken place at the level above the leaders of Armenia and Azerbaijan and foreign ministers. They have resulted in drastic reduction of tensions in the conflict zone and efforts to establish confidence building measures between the sides. Parties agreed to strengthen ceasefire, establish direct communication line, undertake measures to prepare people for peace. The OSCE co-chairperson in office, the UN Secretary General and OSCE Minsk Group co-chair countries have recognized the positive dynamics and constructive dialogue between leaders of Armenia and Azerbaijan. My dear colleague, Mr. Guliev contradicts his own minister. The foreign minister of Azerbaijan and Armenia reaffirmed that intention of the parties to continue their efforts to resolve the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. I would like to quote from them adopted 2 months ago. Azerbaijani colleague referred to the UN Security Council resolution. I would like to stress that the United Nations Security Council did not consider the issue of a political settlement to the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, or did it set limitations on the exercise of the right of the people of Nagorno-Karabakh to self-determination. All 4 resolutions of the United Nations Security Council on the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict were adopted during the period of active hostilities, which determined their main requirement to immediately cease fire, as well as military actions and hostile acts. Unfortunately, despite significant reduction of tensions, complete ceasefire and its consolidation remain challenged up to date. Moreover, the resolutions recognize Nagorno-Karabakh authorities as party to the conflict. The United Nations General Assembly resolution to which Azerbaijan referred was rejected by the OSCE Minsk Group co-chairs, which reveals its real value. Dear colleagues, and for information with Mr. Farrell, your countries and in vast majority in European Union countries did not support your United Nations resolution. You can see it here. Preparation of population for peace requires political will, which derives from public support. It can hardly yield any result in absence of democracy, human rights, and rule of law. Peace comes with values such as political participation, free elections, vibrant civil society, and free media. Free media. Radicalization of Azerbaijan society, drawing dividing lines in every sphere, even sport, protracts the peaceful resolution. Further democratic transformation in the South Caucasus can create a favorable environment for genuine dialogue between societies of Nagorno-Karabakh, Azerbaijan, and Armenia. Mr. Gulev, we attach importance not to 1,000 square kilometers, but to 1,000 people's life and their human rights and daily suffering. In 21st century, what matters are human rights and plight of people to define their future free from oppression and persecution. Draft resolution, if adopted with current wording, can undermine the positive dynamics of the peace process.
We have to stop this because
Thank you.
it's been